It's with mixed emotions, some sadness and some relief, that we come to part 5 of the waiting room set of podcasts. I'll admit I'm somewhat relieved to be at the end of the journey, but also a little sad that I'll have to work harder to put together the next podcast. You see, it's been relatively easy for me to crank these sessions out, as most of the content was already written and recorded. When I initially conceived of the waiting room, it was a loosely bound set of songs around the experience of dealing with cancer. Several years ago, I did a sort of workshop with my friends at Voices of Hope, a group that I perform with to raise money for cancer research. There were several changes that they suggested that wound up making the show much better, in my opinion. I'm dedicating this last episode to them and hope that if you've enjoyed this series that you'll consider making a donation at vohboston.org. That's vohboston.org. Hi, I'm Tim Rose, and this is the Tim Tunes Podcast. This episode is the 5th and final episode in the serialized version of The Waiting Room. If you have not listened to Season 4, Episodes 1 through 4, then I suggest you stop and go back and listen to those episodes before listening to this one. After I wrote Second Opinion, which pokes fun at the doctors who treat cancer patients, I felt a little guilty. I mean, these are, after all, the people who provide life-extending and sustaining care to us. I felt like I needed to give the doctors a little love. So, after conversations with several of my nurse and doctor friends, and especially conversations with Dr. Charlie Phelps, I thought I would write a tribute to those who work on the front lines and have to deal with patients on a daily basis. Since I initially wrote the song Healer, we've had a global pandemic that killed millions of people worldwide. I can't imagine what that must have been like for health providers. I offer the song Healer as my tribute to them. Now we come to the end of the show. There's a lot happening in the final number, You Are Not Alone / Together. Originally conceived as 2 separate numbers, I combined them for the finale. At the beginning of You Are Not Alone, Reed sings to their partner Chris, and simultaneously, Kelsey sings to Renee. In this moment, both couples are in their own worlds and are having parallel experiences. In the next verse, the caregivers, doctors, and nurses join in and show their support. In the bridge, which begins, "And those of us who do not know you," everyone else joins in, including researchers, fundraisers, and donors. Heck, I'd be okay if audience members want to join in. Maybe some real doctors, nurses, researchers, fundraisers, and donors could stand up and sing. The end of You Are Not Alone segues directly into the song Together, which functions as the curtain call music. Together was written as part of my first musical, Homeless Souls. I realized, with very minor modifications, it could be used as the curtain call music for The Waiting Room. During the song, different groups of people come out for their bows as timed with the music. If you want more info on how this works, take a look at the transcript on my BuzzFeed site, or just ask me. When we last left our cast, Kai had just signed the DNR for Sam and was headed into the exam room. Angelo enters and stops to talk to Renee. Act 2, Scene 5. Renee stops Angelo as he crosses the stage. Renee to Angelo. "Look, Kai signed the DNR." Angelo takes the form, looks at it, and gives it back to Renee with a heavy sigh. "Thanks." Lights focus on Angelo, who sings Healer to Kelsey and Renee. I am a healer, first of all. I took an oath to do no harm. And though frustrated, I am still strong. Despite distraction, whether right or wrong, I am a healer after all. When I was younger and still naive, nothing could touch me, so I believe. Though I seem cold and sometimes aloof, nothing is further from the truth. I am a healer first of all. My practice and my skills, you trust in me to fix your ills. In my hands I hold your fate, and I bend beneath this mighty weight. But I don't break. I bend, but I don't break. Because another needs my talents now, I will struggle through somehow. I hold my feelings close and low, then I'll let them out when not alone. Maybe with a fellow, for I am a healer first of all. Can you not see me behind my wall? I am not hiding because you see, healing you is healing me, as I am a healer after all. Angelo faces upstage as Renee returns to the desk. Act 2, Scene 6, and curtain call. All during the previous song, the cast has been filtering onto the stage. They now face upstage or are looking down or to the side. Reed and Chris come off from the offstage exam area and approach the desk. Chris, angry. I need to make an appointment for 2 weeks from now. I guess I'll be coming back. Begins to cry and can't finish. Reed, hugging and comforting Chris. Hey, it's going to be all right. To Renee and Kelsey. Give us just a moment, okay? They move away from the desk, and Reed sings, You Are Not Alone. Renee's mask starts to slip a bit as they are visibly shaken by this turn of events. Kelsey, to Renee, Are you okay? Renee, I was just thinking that if something happened to me, I don't think I'd be missed. My dog might miss me. Kelsey, oh, please. You must know that everyone here loves you. Heck, I just met you and I'd miss you. Renee, thanks. Reed and Kelsey start the song You Are Not Alone and are joined by the rest of the cast.
I
comes to pass, I will always be beside you, from the first into the last. You are not alone. I am here as long as you need me. I'm not going anywhere. Whatever you need, I am by your side. I'll do my best to provide. You are not alone. We are thinking of you in our prayers and our thoughts, and though we're not beside you, we hold you in our hearts. You are not alone. We are here as long as you need us. We're not going anywhere. Whatever you need, we are on your side. We do our best to provide. You are not alone. And those of us who do not know you, but work to end your plight, we also stand beside you to carry on your fight. We can't see tomorrow, so we can't know our lot. But come what may, we will stay until the battle's fought. Until the battle's fought. You are not alone. You are not alone. We are all here. As long as you need us, we're not going anywhere. Whatever you need, we'll do our best to provide. We are always on your side. You are not alone. You are not alone. We are all here, so have no fear. You are not alone. When we gather together, no problem is too great. There is nothing we can't do together. Through storm or foul weather, through bad luck, even fate, there is nothing we can't do together. Together we will climb the heights unknown. Together we will help you build our home. Together we can do most anything. 'Cause 1 plus 1 is more than 2 alone. When we open our hearts and let each other in, there is nothing we can't do together. Then we can start and once again begin. There is nothing we can't do together. Together we will climb the heights unknown. Together we will help you find our home. Together we can do most anything. 'Cause 1 Alas, and hooray! We've come to the end of our journey through the waiting room. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I'm toying with the idea of editing the waiting room script and songs from all of the 5 podcasts into a single special edition so that you can listen to the entire serialized version without interruption or comment. Let me know what you think of that at timtoonspodcast, all one word, @gmail.com. Also, if you feel so inclined, please make a donation to vohboston.org to support cancer research. And finally, if you'd like to support me, you can either find me on patreon.com and become a donor, or just send me a little something at Rimtoes on Venmo or PayPal. That's Rimtoes, RIMTOES. That'll keep the lights on, or at least pay for my podcast publishing fees. Thanks for listening. I'll be back in a few weeks with another edition. Until then, stay healthy. And now, for your listening pleasure, here is the overture from my musical, Homeless Souls.
of excuse for what might have been. This is my story, a product of illusion, victim of genetic superstition and gin. Homeless souls, condemned to wander, homeless souls, nowhere to rest, homeless souls, meandering forever, never finding rest. So here am I, destined to wander, telling my story I forever roam, until the day that the madness has ended. Only then will I find my home. Homeless souls, condemned to wander,